Ever wondered why some people seem completely fine with their actions, while others are constantly battling guilt over the tiniest things? You know what? That difference isn't just about personality. It's about something psychologists call egosyntonic and egodystonic behaviors. Today, we're going to break these down, explore how they show up in narcissism and codependency, and even tie it into AI and tech, because honestly, understanding human behavior is kind of like decoding an algorithm. So what do these fancy terms even mean? Let's start simple. Egosyntonic behaviors are those that feel right to the person. They're in sync with your self-image. Basically, you do something and your brain goes, yep, that's me, no problem here. On the flip side, egodystonic behaviors are the exact opposite. They clash with your self-image. They make you feel uneasy, guilty, or frustrated, even if nobody else notices. Think of it like wearing socks that are just a bit too tight. You know something's off, but everyone else sees nothing wrong. Here's where it gets interesting for tech lovers. AI models trying to predict human behavior often fail when they don't account for this distinction. A narcissist might confidently assert dominance online, totally egosyntonic for them, while a codependent might constantly apologize and overextend themselves, egodystonic for them, creating a puzzle for predictive algorithms. Egosyntonic behaviors in narcissism, a word that gets thrown around a lot on social media, but the psychology behind it is fascinating. Narcissists tend to have inflated self-importance, a constant need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. Here's the kicker. For narcissists, these behaviors are egosyntonic. They feel natural. They feel justified. They genuinely believe the world should cater to their brilliance. You know what's crazy? Many of them don't even realize their actions hurt others. Imagine a workplace scenario. A narcissistic manager taking credit for the team's work. To them, it's just leadership. It's logical. It's how the world works. But for the team, not so much. Or think about social media. Selfies, carefully curated posts, the endless scroll of look-at-me content. Egosyntonic behavior in full swing. And here's a tech twist. AI algorithms analyzing online behavior might flag narcissistic activity as high engagement or influencer-like patterns, completely missing the interpersonal harm because the system doesn't perceive internal conflict. It's all external signals. Egodystonic behaviors in codependency switch gears, and we're in codependent territory. Codependency is a bit like being stuck in emotional quicksand. You're constantly prioritizing others, often at your own expense. And here's the key, it feels egodystonic. It goes against your core desires, even if you've been conditioned to do it for years. Picture this. You constantly help a friend move, cover their mistakes at work, or emotionally absorb everyone's problems. But deep down, you feel drained, guilty, frustrated. That's egodystonia. Your behavior doesn't match your ideal self. It creates a subtle but persistent internal tug-of-war. For AI enthusiasts, here's a fun thought. Even advanced emotional AI struggles to predict codependent behavior because it's inconsistent. The person wants to assert themselves, but gets pulled into helping anyway. Predictive models see patterns but miss the emotional friction, the invisible conflict that's not captured in data. Why understanding this matters? You might be thinking, okay, so narcissists feel fine and codependents don't. Big deal. Actually, it's a big deal, especially for mental health and personal growth. For narcissists, egosyntonic behavior creates confidence, sometimes bordering on brilliance, but it also blinds them to the consequences, leading to fractured relationships and social friction. For codependents, egodystonic behavior results in stress, burnout, and difficulty asserting boundaries. Even AI systems are impacted. Think about customer service bots, mental health apps, or recommendation systems. If an algorithm doesn't account for egosyntonic versus egodystonic tendencies, it might misinterpret satisfaction, engagement, or compliance. Human behavior isn't always neat, it's messy and layered. So understanding this distinction can improve self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and even how tech interacts with humans. Recognizing these patterns in yourself and others, here's the thing. You can actually start spotting these patterns in real life, and it's not as abstract as it sounds. For narcissists, notice consistent justification of self-centered actions. Watch for lack of internal conflict about behaviors others find hurtful. Observe social media habits or leadership style. Do they reflect empathy or self-interest? For codependents, pay attention to guilt or anxiety around saying no. Observe overextension. Are you constantly helping at your own expense? Notice patterns in personal relationships. Are boundaries being ignored? Tech tools can even help here. Personality tracking apps, AI-driven journaling assistants, or mood monitoring software can flag patterns over time. Honestly, it's like having a behavioral mirror, showing how often your actions align or clash with your ego. You know what's fascinating? Even in AI research, understanding these human nuances can improve models that predict decision-making, sentiment, or social engagement. It's not just psychology. It's data science and tech optimization rolled into one. The gray areas. It's not always black and white. Life isn't a binary code of narcissist or codependent. Many people exhibit a mix of egosyntonic and egodystonic behaviors. A narcissist might occasionally show genuine empathy. Sometimes it feels natural, sometimes forced. A codependent may assert boundaries, finding small moments of egosyntonia in a sea of internal conflict. Even AI has to deal with these gray zones. Imagine an AI trying to predict human behavior for an online game or a collaborative platform. It's constantly recalibrating, learning that humans are contradictory and dynamic, not neatly categorized. So, next time you or someone else acts in ways that seem inconsistent, remember, there's probably a mix of ego-aligned and ego-conflicting behaviors at play. Let's recap. Egosyntonic behaviors equal sign feel right, aligned with your ego, often seen in narcissism. Egodystonic behaviors equal sign feel wrong, misaligned with your ego, often seen in codependency. Understanding these behaviors isn't just Psychology 101. It's crucial for self-awareness, relationships, and even AI applications. Here's a final thought. Are you more aligned with your ego, confidently walking through life, or secretly wrestling with it? And if AI is analyzing your behaviors, which one would it catch first? The ego-aligned swagger or the ego-conflicted hesitation? If you found this breakdown insightful, let me know in the comments. Share your experiences, your thoughts, or even how tech interacts with your behavior. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into human psychology and AI connections, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more mind-bending insights.